recognize my outfit from my previous video, just without the sweater. Okay, so I'm just going to start from the very beginning. I was born in Tucson, Arizona, at a medical center that actually no longer exists, so maybe there's no record of me. No way to have a passport, there has to be. I'll try to keep it non-tangential, however, I will go off on random paths in my brain, because my attention cannot be focused at any one given time, as you're seeing right now. Okay, so, I was born the youngest of 7, into a monetarily poor family. My dad was, I guess I should probably start there, is he was the smartest person. No, not the smartest, but he had a gift, and he had discernment, and he had unique intelligence, and most of all, he had understanding. And there's a difference between knowledge and understanding. I'm sure we all know that. But we were poor as fudge crackers. In fact, we couldn't even afford that, probably. And I was born, boom, here I am in the world, 6 pounds, 9 ounces, full of feisty. And from the moment I was born, apparently, I was a snippy, snappy little thing, quote. And as an example of when I was just a teeny tiny baby, I would throw tantrums and I would hold my breath until I passed out. And at one point, apparently, I had to have mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And my dad said that I quit breathing for so long that I peed myself, lost bowel function. And he was walking with me because I was being a colicky, screamy little snippy snappy thing. I like to think of it as like stubborn and strong-willed, not bratty, but you know, I was a baby. Who knows what was in my mind? But then he gave the example of he would take me for a walk, and I'm like, bah, 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 and then I hold my breath and I pass out and I pee myself and all this. And he said, he looked down at me and I was gone. So he started running back to our camp and giving me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. And he said, he prayed, and at one point something made him look down, and he looked down, and I was looking at him as just a tiny bitty baby. So that says a lot about me in my life today. But again, youngest of 7, we were monetarily very poor. We lived very much off the grid. I was born into basically, the backstory to all this is a whole different animal in a whole different zoo. That's in a whole different forest, we'll say, because I'm not a fan of zoos. But it was an old U-Haul trailer that my father converted into like a pull trailer, a camp trailer. And so some of my earliest memories were like my mother. I actually remember nursing. I think I nursed all the way up until I was about 4, maybe. I don't know. I remember like nursing, or maybe it was about 3, I guess, because I think she left when I was 4. So, but I remember like running off into the hot desert and I don't know, being like, Mom, watch, and doing stupid shit that kids do, you know, like making her watch and doing like a flip in the sand or whatever. I was also a very weird child, and I'll get to those examples. Oh God, oh boy, those ones. But I'm going to be as fully disclosing as I can, so it's going to be some of it. I'm going to probably turn really red. I'm going to have to cake on extra foundation. So yeah, that was some of my first memories, nursing Mom, and, running and playing in the sand of like the washes, because we lived down by the desert. I vaguely remember like one time my brother dove off into this water, and he cracked his noodle on a rock. I don't know if I remember that, if somebody told me that, but you know, stuff like that. We had a lot of adventures, honestly. Like, people have no fucking idea. We were homeschooled, so we got to experience, I think, a lot of stuff that most kids don't get to, because everybody starts a career when they're born, you know? It's like this whole COVID thing, and it's like there's people don't, now all of a sudden they have this time on their hands where we're basically all sitting in jail, and people don't know what to do at first, but then creativity kicks in. But we didn't have that. We didn't have to go to school for, you know, from preschool all the way up to through college, because we were homeschooled, and my dad taught in a way that thankfully has allowed me to learn in the best ways that I learned. But my screen just went off, so I don't know what I actually am looking like. Isn't that weird that it's like you can't see yourself, so you're like, oh God, what am I saying? I do that. McDonald's coffee is the best coffee in town right now. Drip coffee with a shot of espresso, baby. Oh yeah, I like my coffee like I like my men. Strong, bitter, and bold. I bet you thought I was going to say black, didn't you? Actually, don't discriminate against color, although I can't have milk, so maybe I do. Ah, ha, ha. Okay, don't take that the wrong way. Nobody like get saucy, okay? Because like that's not. I'll get to that in my story. Because I'm just gonna I pride myself on being honest. I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna be hard at times, but I warn you that now. I do. I warn you that now. But, and I have no idea what I'm doing making a YouTube channel. I don't know about the whole splitting and attention getting shit and stuff, but so who watches it, you watch it. By the end of it, you're gonna be like, by getting to the me now, you're probably just gonna be like, this bitch be crazy. No, you might not. I'm not crazy. I'm careful. No, I'm not even careful. I just have my fucking moral and ethical standards. Some of them are a little blurred, and that's how I roll. So yeah, but that's what I was saying. Like, my earliest memories were having fun, you know. They were pretty good memories, you know, hanging out with my siblings. I remember my brother would, I don't know how old I was, but I was small. They'd go for walks, and he'd carry me the whole walk so that I could go participate. And this is what I remember is there was this forest somewhere where we lived. I'd have to ask my siblings where these places were, because I don't know, because I was just like 3 or something, but there was this place where the owls like nested, and the owl pellets were like these treasures, right? You find the owl pellets is what they cough up after they eat a mouse or a bird or whatever they eat, and they cough up the undigestible stuff like the fur and the bones, and you could find like whole skulls. You could find cool shit in it, in other words. And my brother would carry me there, and so that I could find owl pellets too. And then yeah, and then like apparently animals wanted to get close to me, probably because I was small and I wasn't a threat, but I was always scared of them. Like, cattle would want to come up, because we try to get close to cows and make friends with them and stuff, animals in general. And then they would try to get close to me, and I'd freak out and run because they were fucking cows, and I weighed probably 20 pounds. And then like another time, my siblings tamed these horses that had never been broken, Blackie and Stripey, their names were, and me and my brother and my other sister were on it, and the horse spooked, and the horse ran, and we all fell off, and I fell, and I landed in a cactus, okay, and this is in the desert. It was a prickly pear, and I got cactus stickers in my neck, and I sprayed my ankle. And I learned then that I don't have a fear of horses. I have a healthy respect. Okay, it's a fear, but... And then they were all like, TQ, the horses just want to say sorry to you. And I was screaming, get them away from me. So yeah, I mean, I have lots of early memories, but those are some of the highlights there. But there's a lot, and some of them are not all that good. Um, but that's another video. So yeah, I was born to Tucson, to recap, Tucson, Arizona, and to youngest 7 kids. My mom and dad, and we lived in a U-Haul trailer that my dad converted into a home. We slept in tents or slept out on the ground. At that point, I slept in the bed with my mom and dad because I was like knee-high. I was a baby. I was the baby. And I think I started sleeping on my own after my mom left, and I had to. You know what I mean? Like it's time to grow up, kiddo. And yeah, and I would get turned around in my sleeping bag, and I would wake up. I developed a little bit of claustrophobia from that because, you know, your sleeping bag zipped up and you end up turned around. So your head is at the foot and you try to get out and it's zipped up and you get all like, and I'd be like, Dad, Dad. He'd be like, yeah, I'm stuck. So he'd get up, he'd unzip the bed, turn me around, zip it back up and be like, go back to sleep. Yeah, I wasn't a needy child. I got turned around a lot. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's number 2 in the Chronicles of TQ, or is it TQ Chronicles? I think Chronicles of TQ is better, but TQ Chronicles, say my friend in the U motherfucking K. So shout out to you, K. Okay, I'm gonna